Welcome back to my Kiwi Dream, and if you've been following the show, you'll know it turned into a little bit of a Kiwi nightmare. Oh yes, 6 weeks ago we had to stop filming, stop building. What happened? Well, first of all, I overstretched my budget a little bit by adding a few extra details to the plans that weren't originally there. But that didn't turn out to be such a big problem compared to what happened next. The third bedroom that was finished and looking beautiful started to leak. Holy Moses! And then the floor that was going underneath the living, dining and kitchen had to be ripped up because the tradesmen had done a dodgy job and taken off to Vegas with the money. True story. But here we are, 6 weeks later. Talia and Mike from Refresh have done a really good job managing to retain most of the contractors. So we're ready to rip back into it. Ding ding, round two.
I've been thinking about all we planned. I've been thinking about all we dreamed. I've been thinking about living the life supreme. I look around and see just where we are. I can't believe we've come so far. I just want to shout about it. Now there's no doubt about it. We're living the Kiwi Dream.
This is my Kiwi Dream project, perched above Karaka Bay overlooking the Hauraki Gulf. It's a 1950s Californian bungalow, and before I got to it, it had barely been touched by a renovator for over 60 years. But that's all changed. We've been working our way through each room at a time with some fantastic results, as well as transforming the surrounding landscaping. Well, that was until the money guy, Mike Pero, put a stop to proceedings.
So I've just been on the phone to Mike Pero, who's advising me to stop everything. The building, the filming, the money is going into a bad place.
So we've spent the last 6 weeks furiously finding ways to sort out the crippled budget. Originally, we had a budget of $470,000 to complete the entire renovation, but that had blown out to $537,200. That's $67,200 over budget, and the reason Mike Pero pulled the plug. After a sit down with all the key players and a revision of the project's plans from here, we've managed to pare back plans to the tune of $61,000. This means we're still $6,200 over budget, which we need to rein in, but at least we can confidently get started again. Another concern during the 6-week hiatus was keeping the team together. If we were forced to start with a whole bunch of new contractors, continuity would have been lost, resulting in days and money just to get new people up to speed. Thanks to Refresh Renovations, we've managed to keep almost everyone on board except for Talia Jones. Talia has had to move on to another project, so Mike Hayward from Refresh has stepped up as project and building manager to finish the job. My architect is Dean Wiley. Sally Ridge is our interior designer. My landscape designer is Pascal Tibbetts from Natural Habitats. Blue Cross are providing all the building, electrical and plumbing contractors. Mike Pero from Mike Pero Mortgages is brokering the finance. And national personnel are our demolition guys. So now it's all go. We're making up for lost time by ripping into several projects at once around the house. We're replacing the main stairs between the upper and lower level. We'll create a guest bathroom at the top of the stairs. We get the beautiful new kitchen installed. We'll be revamping the entrance, driveway and carpet area. The whole of the outside of the house is getting a paint job. And we get a whole new roof. Without any further ado, the boys from Blue Cross are ripping up the dodgy old shingles that have been doing their best to keep the weather out for too many years. Although the shingles are kind of quaint, they're not actually part of the original house. Probably they were installed in the 1970s, so there's no real emotional attachment to the original 1950s design. With the shingles off, plywood is being screwed down as a first layer before the actual roof materials arrive. Meanwhile, Sally, Dean and Pascal need to make an important decision that needs team buy-in. So what do you think, guys?
It's looking really good, don't you think, Pascal? Help the building disappear into the landscape?
Yeah, it will. Green will really sort of sit well against some of those colours, yeah.
So, Dean, I know you wanted charcoal or black.
Right.
So I have gone and chosen this. It's called Blackjack.
Uh-huh.
And it's one of the resin cool colour paints.
Don't think it'll heat up too much?
No, absolutely not. It protects the wood and reflects the sun. So,
Okay.
I mean, we're pretty much sussed, I think.
Nice.
So we'll offset that with a lighter charcoal around the architraves,
Fantastic.
the fascia board,
Yep.
and maybe around the basement.
And so I think it'll tie in with the roof as well.
Well, we're using a metal design solution, sandstone grey roof, and we're using a similar finish on the front door to help tie that in together.
Oh, so we're not keeping the existing door?
No, there's a new door going in there.
Oh, fantastic.
Be 2-4 lintel. That'll help the building tie in with the landscape, do you think?
Yeah, it
Pascal?
will. It will, and you know, like green looks really good against those dark colours.
But the entrance isn't that well signed, is it?
So you don't know this, Dean. Well, I talked to you briefly right at the start about a pergola over here.
Right.
That would take some beams right across here.
Right.
And we could do that in the Saffique colour as well. We can do that in the sort of
Okay.
grey colour.
That looks great.
And then also just taking granite cobbles right through
Okay.
here and just drawing you into this space,
Right.
giving some presence to this.
In pursuit of Pascal's dream, the boys from Natural Habitat start cutting up and removing the concrete slab at the bottom of the driveway with some extra heavy-duty gear from High Equip to make way for laying the cobblestones. Meanwhile, every house needs a main storage place. With the original storage space downstairs having been turned into a fabulous multi-purpose room, and my carport area staying open-sided for aesthetic reasons, we need a place to put a serious-sized shed. With amazing uninterrupted views everywhere you look, it's actually quite difficult to find a place to put a big shed that's not going to spoil the view. But I think this is the spot. We just need the boys from Asplund to make some room by dealing to this tree. Time to make a start on the main internal stairs, and it's quite a job. Here's the plan. Because we've reconfigured the kitchen area, it means we need to create a walkway on the opposite side that leads to the master bedroom and the rest of the house. So the new stairs are going to need to be pushed back to make room. I'm hoping in this process to try and keep this original wooden handrail. It's a delicate job, and Mike's promised to do his best and handle it personally. Then there's just the small matter of removing the old stairs, and there's no other way than some good old-fashioned Blue Cross boys muscle work.
Okay, you want to pull it? You guys hold it, eh? Oh, don't worry, it's not heavy. Running out of arms. So are you guys now? Oh, get up, bro.
Next, it's cut into the concrete to give us room for the new stairs to be in the new pushed back position. Back outside, and with the tree having been removed at the end of the carport, I'm now seeing it'd be a shame to put a big wooden shed there. It's just so difficult to know where it should go. Rather than here, bookending the carport, I think it will be safely out of the way just a few metres down the hill, still on this side of the house. There. Shed dilemma solved. Back in the carport area, and as the gravel is being laid in readiness for the cobblestones, I've had an extra idea that I'd like to put to Dean and Pascal.
The pergola we had in here slatted open, yeah?
Yeah,
up to,
that's
up
right,
to the
yes.
point we're going to cobble down here, that's what's happening?
That's right, yeah.
Well, I've been thinking about this.
It's dangerous, Evie.
And just recently I encountered an open and closing louvered roof for indoor-outdoor use. Do you think we could do that here?
Yeah, we use them all the time. What do you think?
Right, yes, the aluminium technology do one that we could use with the opening shutting louver. Provide some shelter out here if you have a northerly coming in and entertaining. So if we're going to do that, do you think we should extend it and bring it out to the line of the window here? give you additional cover.
So you're saying yes, but bigger.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm
Definitely.
getting yes,
Go
go
bigger.
bigger.
Yeah.
This is going well.
But if you go bigger up there, you kind of need to take all those cobbles back out to here as well. Where you know, how big are you thinking, Dean?
Well, that'll be 3 to 4 metres, and what we do up here should be reflected on the ground, as you say.
You guys are awesome. You should wear little capes and masks.
Batman and Robin.
Down here.
After the break, Pascal and I discover hidden pathways.
Can't you just imagine coming down here when you're little and playing Tarzan?
The stairs go in, but it's not looking good for the original wooden handrail.
Drats, why didn't you save it, Mike?
And just when I thought I'd picked the perfect spot for that shed, trouble.
I've been summoned to the bathroom by Dean, the architect.